This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So we had seen how to work with the, creating, altering, dropping, truncating. We had seen couple of commands, right? So now we know how to create a database, how to view the schema of the database, schema of the table. Now I have uploaded 3 case studies in your OneDrive. So if you need these case studies, you can also mail me at bhaskarjogi@gmail.com, or you can also download these case studies from this OneDrive. Okay, make sure that you download these 3 case studies: Indian Bank case study, school case study, and supplier case study. So I am planning to work on the school case study now, then later supplier case study, at last Indian Bank case study. These are beautiful case studies, and Indian Bank case study I'm going to be using end till end of this SQL Server batch, which is not a case study at all, which is a project. So that you are going to be working on. So let me open school case study now and let me show you. So this is the already opened. So it is saying database design, create a database called school. So how to create a database? You go to SQL Server. Now, remember, whenever you create a database, you write create database and you give database name. Say go. Okay. So before doing that, you always say use master and go, because whenever you create a new database, what happens? The new database name and all other configuration settings will get registered in the master database. Even though you are not writing this, nothing will happen, but it is the best practice that whenever you wanted to create a new database, make sure that you're pointing to master database. What is master? Master is a system database, I told you, right, which is the heart of the SQL Server. If the master database is deleted accidentally, that means what? You have removed your brain or the head. So what happens? Your body is dead, right? So if the master database is corrupted or if the master database is deleted, that means what? SQL Server will be down completely. Nobody can switch on the SQL Server. All databases, even though you have data here, no data can be retrieved. So because entire SQL Server is down, so which is heart and brain of the SQL Server. So whenever you create a database, the database name will get registered in the master database. For example, whenever you open a business, your business name has to be registered with Government of America or Government of India, right? Then only you can start a business. So whenever you create a database, the database name is going to be getting registered in the master database. Whenever you drop a database, you have to inform the Government of America or Government of India, right? So saying that I'm planning to close my business from so and so date. So like that, whenever you drop a database, so in the master database, it will also update saying that this database has been dropped. Clear? So it is nice to have this syntax there. Otherwise, also no issues, but this is the best practice. Use master go and create database school. Then let us execute this. So now you go and refresh, you should be able to see school database. I don't have any tables here, but we know that the schema, right? So this is database creation. So if you wanted to see, find out schema of the DB, what is the command? sp underscore help DB database name. Database name is called school. If you wanted to see what are the parts inside this database, so sp underscore help db. So when you execute it, it is telling me you have created today, the database id is 11 and January 5th today it got created, and it is having two files. One is called mdf file and ldf file. Let me magnify it and show you. Clear? So when you create a database, so you will see the database size. People will ask you, how do you find out the database size? What is the command that you're going to be using? You can say sp underscore help db command, space the database name. Clear? You can write database name without quotes or with quotes, doesn't matter. Even though you put with quotes or without quotes, doesn't matter. It is still going to work. Okay. So let me go and try to execute. Press F5. Sorry, press F5 to execute it. You should be able to find out this. Clear? You're having a MDF file and LDF file, and you're having a primary file group, and what is the size of this file, and data and log. Yeah, am I clear? So this is how you can understand the internal parts of in a school database. So after creating a database, what normally we do? After creating a database, we are going to use this database and create this. So now change change the database context. Okay, we can say use school, right? So go is not compulsory, but give the go command. Okay, use school go. That means you are currently pointing to master database. When you execute this command, so you are now pointing to school database, right? So you are writing this script, right? So this you can save this. The script can be saved it. So before saving the script, make sure you write something about the scripts. So let me put some comments here. So these are the multi-line comments I told you, right? We can write some comments here. And so who's the name? So what is the purpose of this case study or whatever you are going to do? So this is author. Author of this code is Bhaskar Jogi. Okay. What is the name of the code? Okay. It is code for school database, right? Now, date of creation is when you're creating this code, okay, you're supposed to have some information. So, so date is today is Jan 5th, 2021. Clear? So, purpose, this file or this script will create database and few tables in it, okay? Tables in it to store info about the school. Okay, info about the school. That's it. So, what is the purpose that you need to mention? Okay, so this is the information about the script and everything. Keep saving this. So, you can say case study one. First case study is school script. What script it is? It is SQL script. Okay, so you can save this wherever you wanted to save it. For example, I wanted to go to here and create a new folder, say SQL case studies. Okay, now let me create, and the first script 01 case study school script. I'm planning to save this. Clear? It is mandatory. Many people will use the use master here, and below that they write. That is also fine. So whatever they wanted to have it, they can have it. So this is a script file. Whenever you run the script, whenever you execute the script, what happens? It's going to create a school database and it will show you the complete schema of the database. Then it is going to be pointing to this database. Later, I wanted to create a table. So this is what is done. This is what is done. I wanted to create the following three tables with same names and data types as provided below. The first one is called course master. Clear? The table name is called course master. Let me copy this and go to SQL Server. The first one is this and say create table. Table name is course master. You cannot have a course space master. You cannot have course space master. So course, you can say underscore master or without that. And C is capital, M is capital. This is also one style that we are following. People would ask you, whenever you create a code, are you following any style? Yeah, you can follow a lot of styles. You can have a underscores here, or you can have the first letter is, capital letter. So lot of standards we're going to be following, and the at the end we'll say go. Now, what are the columns that you wanted to have it? So these are the columns I would like to have it, and column name, data type, and remarks. We can copy the complete information from here and just copy and go to SQL and paste it. Control V, pasting it. Now you can select everything, then you use a tab. Tab means it will go inside. Clear? So this is the code, but this is not the code, that I taught, right? So there is a proper commands you need to follow. CAD, I'm pressing a tab, okay? Primary key at the end I should put comma. Int or integer. So you can write either int or integer, anything is fine. Then at the end you need to put comma, fine. Course name varchar 40. Let me remove this space and a tab space I'm using, which is not null. At the end you should put comma, good. Category is character one and which is a null, and I should not have in between some comments and everything. Remove which is a null. Basic, medium, advanced. What is the meaning? Category can be either basic course, or the medium course, or the advanced course. So I'm clearly saying it should allow either B or M or A. Why only one letter? Because here only size is one. I cannot have complete string, so I need to restrict something here. What are the restrictions? So how can we do the restrictions? We need to write a check constraint. Check constraint. You need to say column name, copy this. Okay, category can be either basic, or category could be either advanced, basic, medium, or category could be. So this is how you can write a check constraint is equivalent to advanced. Clear? Why only one letter? Because here the length is 1. If the length is 10, or if the length is 20, I can write complete spelling BASIC, basic, medium, advanced. Here, unfortunately, the designer, the architect has given me this document. He is clearly mentioning it has to allow basic, medium, advanced. So what is this? These are the check constraints. These are the null constraint, not null. This is a primary key constraint. Clear? So here we need to write our own code. You cannot simply copy paste this code. It is not going to work. So I need to convert this requirement into a check constraint. Clear? So that's what I have done it. So at the end, you should put comma. Many people will come and ask me, sir, my code is not working. Your code will work. So when you put commas and when you read the proper things. Now, fee is small money, money and small money, and which is also not null. You need to remove the semicolons and everything here. Fee cannot be negative. So how can we write a check constraint here? Check fee cannot be negative. So you take this column name, copy, and greater than 0. This is how expression you need to write. So this is how a architect will give you. Okay. As a SQL Server developer, you need to convert this into a check constraint. You cannot say fee can't be negative as a command here. So this is you should understand, and you need to convert this into an expression. Clear? This is a check constraint. Now make sure you have comma at the end, okay, and you should not have commas in between. It is, if you have some not space without null, it is not going to work. You need to give space. Clear? Not null is a double words, primary key is a double words, you cannot say single word. And tomorrow don't ask me, sir, it is not working, right? So I'm telling you clearly, you need to follow clearly, right? So this is how I'm going to be creating a table with all these requirements. First column name is course ID. Second one is called course name. The next one is called category. Now, fee of the course. This is how you should be able to do this. Now, let me execute this. Now, I'm executing both commands because I wanted to double ensure that this table has to be part of the school database. Now, you keep on saving the script, right? Now, you go to your database and you refresh, you will be able to see a course master table and all the columns you can have this, okay? Primary key. Primary key means no duplicates are allowed. Course name, varchar 40, category, fee. You can see the check constraints here. One check constraint this and second check constraint is this. So I did not give any name to the check constraint. This is the name of the check constraint. This is the name of one more fee. This is category, something like this. There are some two check constraint. Clear? If you wanted to see complete schema of the table, so we know sp underscore help and table name table. So table name. So you can give control C and control V. So without quotes or with quotes doesn't matter. You can also remove these quotes and try to execute. It will work. Okay. So it is telling you fee small money 4 bytes. Let me open magnifier so that you can understand clearly. See this. Course master table is a user table created so and so date. Integer is 4 bytes and varchar 40 character is 1 because I have given varchar 40 here, and one character. Small money is 4 bytes and no identity column. And I have, let me come down. I have check constraint and this is the expression, and I have one more check constraint, and this is the expression key cannot be negative. There is a primary key constraint, and the primary key is available on CID column. So these are the information that you should be able to get it. Clear? So be clear. SP underscore help DB here. So you cannot say help. You cannot say help here. Help DB. Be clear. This is help DB, the database name. So the for the table, it is sp underscore help. It is not a db. So be clear what command you are writing. So after that, you wanted to read the data, read the table data. I did not have any data, but let me see the table. The table is so keep saving this, keep saving. And I don't have any data and the course ID, course master. And if you're in some other database, for example, you're in iBank database, and you when you execute like this, you will get invalid object name. Why invalid object name? You're pointing to iBank database. What you do? You have to come and look for school database. Come down and where is school, 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 school is here. Okay. So now you execute this command. Now it will give you. Somebody has, called me yesterday, sir, it is not working for me. So that guy is pointing to master database. Okay, that guy is pointing to master database, is executing one command here and is getting invalid object name. I don't know what is happening. I'm very confused with this. Okay, so there is no confusion. You need to use your database, right? So if you look for proper almara, you will get your shirts, right? So otherwise, what happens? You look for wrong cupboard, wrong room, you don't get your items, right? So definitely, you need to go to your database. So make sure you're executing this command always. So you're pointing to school database. Now you should be able to see this. Now I want to have the data. So you need to insert some data. So how to insert? Insert into table name values. Now you need to have course ID. Let me take 10. You can give any number. So course Java. So course name, course category, let us say, which is a basic course. B, basic course. And the course fees is, let us say, 5,000 Indian rupees, something like that. I wanted to have it. So let me execute one row, got inserted. Like that, you can have some, data there. So this is how you should be able to insert multiple rows. So course number 20, let us say advanced Java. So this is, let us say, advanced course. Let us say it is 25,000 bucks. The next course would be, let us say, big data. Big data is one more course, and which is advanced course. Let us say is a 40,000 bucks. And the next course is 40, and let us say SQL server, which may be a medium course, let us say some $20,000 or 20,000 rupees, something like this. We can have some data. So these three rows not inserted. Now I'm able to get four rows, right? So you make sure you insert at least 10, 20 rows on each this one. Clear? So 40 is done. Then the next course would be 50. You can give 60, some 10, 8, 70, 80. Okay. Then we have Oracle. Oracle is also one more. Let me have this as a a medium course. Let us say 15,000 bucks. Then we have a course called Python. Okay. Python course. Let us say it is a medium course, and let us say some 15,000 bucks. Okay. Then we have MSBA is one more course, advanced course, some fees, let us say 35,000 bucks. And we have a course called data science, right? This is advanced course. The course fees is 1 lakh or 90,000, something like this. So it is a demanding course nowadays. So we have these many courses, and you can insert all of them, right? So you should be able to see the data there. That's it. So at least insert 10, 20 rows, and don't ask me, sir, should I insert 10 rows again? So I'm telling you, insert 10, 20 rows and different courses, and make sure that you should not insert a duplicated data. Clear? So this is one table I have created. I had shown you some sample data. So this school is teaching you these courses. Now the next table is when you go to the page number one, page number two, there's one more, table is called student master. Copy this and go. I want to again. So once it is done, say go. Then I create one more table called student master. Now, how to create a table? We know create a table and control V, open this and close and go. Now, we need to write the complete column names and everything. I told you this document will be given by a architect or the designer. So, convert this document into syntax. That is your duty. You cannot say, I will as it is leave it. So, all these are check constraints. Okay, you're not the architect, right? This is in simple English. You need to convert this into SQL commands. So you copy these columns. So shift button, right? So you use the shift button and copy all of them, and copy, go here and go inside and paste them, right? And select everything and press tab. So everything will come inside. Okay. So this is what is called indentation. So you need to create some space. Now use tab, press tab and remove the space, and at the end put comma. So tiny int is integer is 4 bytes, and a tiny int is only 1 byte. It is going to be taking a 0 to 255 positive values. If you know something about tiny int, you Google it. Okay, so but don't. So tiny int in SQL. Read something about it. What is this? It'll tell me tiny int represents an integer value that can be stored 1 byte. The range of this one 0 to 255 positive numbers we can insert. So this is the information that is there. So you need not ask me, you need not look for a video. Just Google it. So tiny int in SQL Server, what is this? It represents an integer value that can be stored 1 byte. So tiny int size is 1 byte. Clear? The range of tiny int data is you can insert 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, maximum 255. 256 you cannot insert. Only 255 maximum you can have it. So that is all about tiny int. Clear? So like that, people you should read some articles from Google as well. So tiny int is only 1 byte. Integer is 4 bytes. You can go to Google and you read something about integer as well. Okay, int in SQL. Read this. So integer is what? 4 bytes. See now. So small int is 2 bytes. And this is the range of data it can insert. Okay. Tiny int is 0 to 2 to 5, 1 byte. So these are the three things that we have. One more row. So that is also there. So big int, small int, and a tiny int. These are the four data types are available in SQL Server. So we know integer. So integer can store starting number is this and ending number is this. Small int can store this is the number and this is the number. This range to this range numbers can be stored. So plus or minus 32,768 to 767 2 bytes it will occupy. And tiny int without space, a tiny space int will not work. Tiny int is a single word, small int is a single word. Clear? And 0 to 255 positive numbers, it will take only 1 byte. So if you know some examples, they're giving something like this. We are using big int. So whatever you wanted to have, they're inserting bigger numbers here. If you wanted to store a bigger number, you need to use a big int. Okay. If you wanted to use very small numbers, the maximum capacity you can have in this. Clear? Yeah. Okay, guys. So all these things you can learn from the Google as well. If you don't know something about this, and go to Google it and try to read and write them in the notebook. Clear?
So mostly
So
nowadays they are using big int, right?
no, not it depends upon the size. What is that you wanted to have? For example, I wanted to store my student list. So my student list will not be more than 20, right? So
Hmm.
not more than 20 means why should I use big int? So
No,
maximum size is
the
a tiny int. It depends upon the
size.
that data, yeah, size, the limitation, the size. For example, I wanted to store a college or students of the college. So college will not have more than 100 students per batch, or 60 or 50. The maximum size will be tiny int, not more than that, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
So SID tiny int primary key and name. So name is varchar 40. What name? Student name. Okay. It is use stamp space and at the end put comma. And origin means where is it from? So put and remove the comma in between. The origin, whether it is a local guy, local to India or local to or is a foreigner or not. So this I need to convert into a check constraint. I say check and write the expression. At the end, I need to put comma here. So what is the expression? Origin could be, copy this. Origin could be a local. Local means L. Or origin could be a foreigner, F. So I'm writing a single word. Why? Because the size is 1 here. If the size is 10, then I can write the complete spelling LOCAL, local, and everything, right? So I need to convert this requirement given by architect, convert into SQL command. You cannot write local, slash foreign. SQL will not understand this command. You need to convert. You are paid for it. So you cannot say, let me write as it is. So you cannot say like that to the SQL server. SQL server cannot understand English. SQL server can understand its own language. you need to convert this command into SQL. You don't say that I don't know how to convert. I'm telling you check and write the expression. So what is the expression? Column name will allow either L or F. If you give other than any other character other than this, it will fail. Now type of the student. So not null, and you need to remove the commas in between. Undergraduate or graduate. So undergraduate means U, graduate means G. So I need to convert this into a check constraint, right? So how can we convert check and column name? Column name is a type copy, paste. Okay, type could be undergraduate. You cannot say UG also. Why? It needs two characters. I don't have two here. I have one. You cannot, type everything as your own. Remember the complete designing document to be followed strictly. You cannot change all these things. If you're changing, nothing will work tomorrow. I'm telling you. Clear? So whatever the sizes the requirement document is having, you follow the same thing. You cannot modify anything, on your own. If you modify, then tomorrow you will be thrown out of the company. So type can be either you or type can be either graduate. So graduate or undergraduate guy. Okay. So these are the two things. You cannot write like this also. It is not going to work. U or G will not work. U again column name G. Clear guys? And this is how we can write a check constraint. So at the end comma, this is the last one. I don't need anything. So this is one more. Make sure you're pointing to school database. Okay, that's it.
So there
Now,
will be conditions when both you have to give and, right? It can be both.
no, you cannot be both, right? Either graduate, undergraduate. So either it will take this value or this value.
No,
That is the
not here.
requirement.
Like certain checkpoints will
Yeah, yeah,
be.
yeah. Yeah, you can have or. You can give and or like this. You can mention. Clear? So you can give anything. That's fine. But remember, origin is equals to L, then or you need to give like. If you remove this, it is not going to work, which is a wrong statement. Remember this. This is one more thing. And again, you can go in for this. I'm not going to be, putting all of them. So this command I'm not writing yet. Simply, I wanted to replace Control C, Control V, and Control V, and I wanted to execute this. Now keep saving the script. So I wanted to insert student ID starting with 1. Okay, starting with 1. Let me say your IDs. Okay, your names I wanted to follow. And the first student is, let us say, we have, right, Bilin. Okay, Bilin is there. She's the first student. And name, origin, she's not from India. She's a foreigner. And the type, she may be graduate. So I need to give graduate. Clear? She is a foreigner because I'm telling you origin and a type. Type may be U or G. Only these values you need to give, and the number is your choice. Okay, but I am starting with what tiny int is this one 0 to 255 numbers only I can give. I cannot give 1000, 1001. I cannot start with this number. It is not going to work. I'm going to start with the one now. So let me insert this data now. Right? So billion is there. Now let me control C and control V. Let me have some more values. Okay. Now the next one is we had DP here, Durga Prasad, and is a local guy, and let us say undergraduate. Let us say put you. And we have the next one is Ginny. So and foreigner, let us say undergraduate, something like that we can give. Then we have Gopi Krishna. So Gopi Krishna is a local guy and a graduate. Like that we can have. Again, we have Hemant. So write your Hemant, and we have local guy, and we can say graduate. Some things we can give. And we have Nitish, K. Nitish, and we have a local guy and graduate. Like that, you can mention some data and try to insert, right? So many people, what they ask me, again they insert. They have this data, again they try to insert this data. They tell me, sir, I'm getting lot of issues. What is the issue? Violation of primary key. What is the meaning? The data is already gone, and you please look into the table before executing. So the data is already there. If you again try to insert this, it will give you an error, right? So definitely it will give you a lot of issues. Like that, you can insert at least 10, 20 rows. The seventh one, let me, you have the data, make sure that you don't insert the duplicate data. Seventh one is Manisha. Manisha is a local, and we have graduate. So I need to mention graduate, but I by mistake I have written earlier. So this column has to take graduate or undergraduate, URG, but I mentioned something else here. I mentioned something K here. Will it work? So this row should not go at all. Now it is telling me insert statement conflicted with the check constraint type. Okay, it is telling me there's a problem of type. So type should not allow this value. Type could be what? According to us, a type could be U or G, but you're entering K. So do we have this row? No, this row did not go at all. So, SQL Server did not take this row because there is an issue here. Clear? You have to enter clearly. For example, tomorrow it could be local or foreign, but I press A. It is my mistake. So when you execute this, now it will tell me, now this time check consent is something different. What is that? It is origin is not right. What is origin? Origin column name is origin. Okay. So origin could be what? Origin could be either local or foreigner, but what is that you entered? You enter something else. It is a local. So you have to have like this, or you may be a foreigner. So whatever, okay? So only the correct entries you need to have it, not anything else. Clear, guys? So these are pretty much important. You need to ensure whether whatever you have created is working fine or not. You need to give bad data. This is what is called bad data. What is that? You need to give L and F, but you're giving a K. K is the bad data here. K is the bad data, and you need to understand clearly. Am I clear? The next one is Priyanko, right? Like that. You give much more data, guys. Priyanko is a local guy, and let us see a graduate. Okay. Now let me have Priyanko, then we have Ravina. So Ravina Asher, right? So she's a foreigner, she's there, and undergraduate or the graduate, whatever you wanted to give some data. Now that's it. At least some 10, 20 rows need to be given. So you supposed to have the data like this. And many people, what they tell me, sir, I have given, but it is not working. So they don't insert the data. They don't insert the data. They're saying that, sir, there is no data here, even though I have written. If you write the command, nothing will happen. You need to execute this. After writing, you need to execute and make sure the data is gone, right? So how do you know whether you have added salt or not into your dish? You need to taste it, right? So many people said there is a salt and there is a dish. I don't know whether salt is added or not. You need to check. So whether all the data is inserted or not, people will write, then they don't execute. Then they'll ask me, sir, this row did not there. You need to execute that. So first time you're doing, so make sure every tables are going with the data, having the data. You need to execute this command. Okay, you have this much. Now, two tables are gone with the data. The next table I'm having, you can insert some more, rows. More rows are recommended, at least 20 rows on each table. It will take time, but at least we'll have more practice. The second table is also done. Then the next table is called enrollment master. Who's the student and which course is enrolled for? So date of enrollment, DOE means date of enrollment. FWF means fee waiver flag. So normally, many countries are offering, fee waiver. Student may not be able to make the amount to the colleges. The government will make the amount. So fee waiver flag is it true? True means what? It is a bit. Bit is going to allow true or false. Zero or one. Zero means fee waiver is zero. False. Fee waiver is a true. True means one. One means fee waived. So a student need not make the payment to the college or the school. So government is going to make the payment for the student. Clear? So that is the meaning of fee waiver flag. You can give either one. One means fee waiver. Fee waiver is done. So or you can have a zero. Zero means it is false. That means student has to make the payment to the school. Government will not make the payment. Fee waiver flag is one means what? It is a true means government will make the payment to the school. Zero means student has to make the payment to the college or to the school. That is the meaning. It is a bit. Bit means zero or one. Grade. Grade of the student, either A grade, O grade, A, B, some grades are given. So some grades also this table is having, and these are the foreign keys. Right? I told you you will have a relationship. So now in this table we have a relationship. Now copy the table name, go here, Control R to get the full window, go to the end. You say table name is this. Now you write create table, table name. If you have any issues tomorrow, please tell me. The table name is called enrollment master. You should not have spaces. I told you repeatedly. I'm telling you, don't tell me again tomorrow, sir. It is not working for me. So you should not have any, gaps in the table names as well as in the column names. Column names you can copy from your case study. You go and completely copy these columns, and that's it. So these are the three tables we have. Now copy this and go to SQL Server and paste it here. And after pasting it, what you do, you select everything. You select everything, press tab. Okay. So remove the space here and use a tab, 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 date and time, bit, tab. So everything we need to write it. Okay. PID is an integer, or you can say simply int. That is also fine. Now, foreign key, this is not the way you should write the command. Okay. If you nothing is mentioned here, it means that which is a null. Clear? Because if nothing is mentioned, if nothing is mentioned here, so it is make sure that it is null column all. Then nothing is mentioned. If nothing is mentioned, which is a null column, foreign key also will allow null column. But course ID, student ID is mandatory. Clear? So it is a not null without, uh, this one, and without course without a student enrollment cannot be done, right? For example, you're joining in my, school, in my school, go online trainings. So you need to tell me your name. You need to tell me your course. In which course you're planning to join? We have many courses, right? So it is a not null column. So the case study does not have. Then if you have some issues, you can talk to the architect. Then architect will modify his document. Okay, so it is compulsorily not null column. Okay, but if they don't mention anything, it is null. So you need to talk to the requirement together. So they may also do some kind of a mistake. They'll modify this later. So I had modified. So what is a foreign key syntax? You cannot say foreign key. Foreign key. Then there is syntax references. Which table? References. Course ID is available in this table. Okay, and it is dealing with this primary key. So you need to copy this table name, references this table, and in the bracket, so which is pointing to this, and put com. So this is the way you can create a link between primary key table and foreign key table, and this is a foreign key. Clear? And here you can say same thing, foreign key references, and the table name is called student master, and column name is called primary key column. Am I clear, guys? So this is how you need to give. So you cannot say simply foreign key. Then what is the table, the primary key column name? SID. So DOE means date of enrollment. At the end, you should put comma, 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 and fee waiver flag, comma. That means either true or false. Grade. So null. What is OABC? It is a check constraint. Check. So check expression, grade can be either O, grade can be either O grade, okay, or grade can be either A grade student, or grade can be either B grade student, or grade can be either O, A, B, C. The student grade could be any one of them. Okay, so this is also some information the table has. So this is how we can write a check constraint with multiple columns. Let me open Notepad and tell you, sorry. Let me tell you something here. Okay, so people will write check and expression. These expressions can be modified like this. Okay, you can write, or you can also write like this. Grade in, open the bracket, O grade, comma A grade, comma B grade, comma C grade. So this is the shortcut way. Either you can write like this, or you can also say check and open the bracket and close the bracket here. So either this or this, both are same, but this is a shortcut way, grade in OABC. Clear? So in operator is equivalent to or operator. So this is a shortcut way to write. You can write like this, or you can write like this. This is a shortcut way. Okay. For example, if I say gender is equivalent to male, or gender can be female. How can we write this expression using in operator? You can say gender in, sorry, you can say gender in, open the bracket, male or female. So this is a shortened way. The same thing can be written like this. Clear? So in operator is equivalent to or operator only. You can also shorten this if you wanted to shorten, or you can also write like this. Anything is fine. You can also remove this. And I told you in operator is what? Or operator only. Check a grade in, open the bracket, write everything. So there is a bracket here and there's a bracket here. That's it. So foreign key will get created. Let me execute. Done. Three tables have been created. Now you insert some data. Control C, and table names just modify. Control C, Control V, Control V, and these values I need to change. Now you have to enter only the data that is there in the primary key table, right? Now course ID, student ID, then we have date of enrollment, fee waiver flag, and a grade. So course ID, what is the courses we have? These are the courses we have. Course ID could be either 10 or 20 or 30 or 40. If you write 99, it is not going to work. Let us say you have joined for SQL Server. Course number 40 you have taken. So you need to write course number 40. That is the enrollment done by billion. What is the billion ID? Billion ID is 1. Okay, so I need to say 1 here. So 1 joined for that course. And when she has joined, because she joined date of enrollment, let us say she joined in single quotes 2020 in November, let us say 19th, she joined, something like this. So date of payment is date of enrollment, and she is some O grade student. So what is the O grade? I don't know, but some grade. Let us give some grade. College people knows what is this. I don't know, right? I'm not from the college, right? So I'm a technical guy. So I don't know the meaning of this. The college is the school is maintaining some information. I would like to have the information there. I'll ask the student, and I'll store this. This is the first insight. It's telling me column name. Something is missing here. What is missing? This is done, this is done, this is
Yeah,
done,
you
this is
forgot
done. This
the
is, yeah, this is the
yeah.
one. She has to make the payment, right? So that is a true. Fee waiver means, true, and it is a false. False means zero. Clear? She has to make the payment to me directly. No government is going to make the payment to me or to the college. It is a false condition. True means the student need not make the payment. That's it. Done. So one row got inserted. Now you guys have to insert. And she may be joining for one more course also. Let me copy and paste. And she joined one more course for MSBA. What is the MSBA? That you need to know. MSBA is having course number 70. And you need to write the same thing here. Course number 70. And she joined, let us say, some other date. Okay, she has to make the payment and she's O grade student, something like this we can give. So like that you have to give the data, so you can give some random. So for Java, Ravina is joined, so Java is a 10. Okay, Java is 10, and some student number 2, they joined for let us say 2022, and they need not make the amount, they're O grade student. Like that you can give some data. If you give some wrong value, what do you mean by wrong value? I don't have a course number 21, but I'm giving everything else is fine. 21 course is not there, right? So what is the course numbers we have? Course number 10, 20, 21 is not there. If you give this row, it will fail. Now you see foreign key issue will come. Foreign key issue. When you get a foreign key issue, you should know that the data which is missing in your primary key table. Clear? It is clearly telling CAD is missing. Whatever the number that you gave, that is not available in the primary key table. So you need to look for this value. CID means this is the call. So you need to say this number is 20. She joined for the course number 20. Am I clear? So this may be true or false, 1 or 0. Clear? So like that, you need to insert some 50, 60 rows in this. You can take multiple combinations. Okay, you can take 3 courses. Ravina can join, C, C++, Java, .NET, whatever she wanted to join, she can join. And even Billion, she can join in multiple courses. So make sure that you write multiple combinations, and at least some 50 to 100 rows need to be inserted. Tomorrow you tell me without fail course number 50 joined by student number 3. Okay, course number 60 joined by student number 4. Course number again 40 joined by student number 5. Randomly I'm giving something. Course number 50 joined by student number 7, and give these dates, properly give YYY/MM/DD and single quotes. If you don't give single quotes, you will get lot of issues, guys. Am I clear? So make sure you follow all of them. So it is, you know, let me have this. I think we have inserted 4 rows. Right, 4 rows are got inserted. Now fifth row, let me increase. This is 126th day and the 30th, and it is B grade student. Some combinations you can give. So this is, December month, say 2nd. Somebody joined with C grade, and you can give purely proper dates. December, let us say 5th, somebody joined with again, you know, what are the grades we have? O, A, B, C. Okay, you cannot have D. If you give D, it will give you an error. So B grade, C grade, like that. You can give first 4 values are inserted. Now the next one I'm going to be inserting here. Okay, make sure you give couple of values like this, and so that you will have lot of data in this table. So multiple people can take multiple batches. 50 can also join in some other course, and we have 80. 80 is enrolled by number student. Again, we have for 80 enrollment by the student number 4, and for the course number 70, there is enrollment by, you know, let us say 6th. Like that we can have, and you can change some grades. Okay, now some things 0 here and 1 there, again 0. Some things you can modify. So this is a December 5th is done. Now you can say December, say give 10th, December, let us say 11th, December 22, and December 2025. So some data you can insert like this. Multiple combinations you can have, and the current year data also you can give. Some, so 1 or 2 rows with the current year as well. Some enrollments you should be able to give it to them. Okay. Course number 60, course number 40, course number, let us say 80. Do we have course number 90? 90 we don't have, right? Course number 80, then course number 20, you can give some, 7, 8, 9, then we have 4. Let us give 2021 first and first and second. This is 21 data I'm giving. So like that you can give some random data. Okay, and today is 5th, right? Maximum you can give so 1 and 4. Okay, so some data you should be able to provide. Control S, and so I've inserted a lot of data here. So these many people have been joined. Clear, guys? So this is the table with the data, and you can simply go and refresh. Now we can create these are the tables that you have: course master, enrollment master, student master. You simply refresh. You can see all the tables here. Now we can see how the tables have been linked. So there is a database diagram. Go there and new database diagram. Click yes. So you add these 3 tables, okay? And you check, click on add this. You check, click on add this. Now close. Now you see it is giving you a information. This table and this table is linked. This is the primary key symbol. This is the primary key symbol. And this table course ID is linked to course ID. This is a foreign key. This is a primary key. This is linked to foreign key. you can clearly see which tables have joined. Okay, so that's how we can create a diagram. And if you wanted to save, you can save it. And so how to create a diagram? Let me show you once again. I need to go here, right click on this new database diagram, and you will get this window. Click on add, click on add, click on add, click on close. So this is what is the diagram. Okay, which table is linked? Clearly you can understand by seeing this diagram. When you join the company, nobody will tell you this table and then the table is joined, this and this is joined. They will not tell you. Okay, so don't save it. If you wanted to save it, you can save it. These are the tables that I have it, and make sure you save the script. So tomorrow you close this, you should be able to get the script. So from how? Go to file menu. Under recent files, you can see the script. You can click on this. So the same script is available. So you can switch off, you can switch on. Okay. If you close this window, you can go to view menu, object explorer. Clear? You can switch off. You can switch on. All these things you can expand. You can refresh. Lot of things you can do. You can expand it. Clear? You can see the tables. If you wanted to see the columns, you can see the columns here itself, right? So lot of things can be done. Yeah, if you forget to lose, what will happen? You lose the data, right? Whatever the code you have written, it will be lost. So make sure that you save and you close it. So tomorrow, if you wanted to open, you can also simply go to your uh, drive. So where is my drive? Here I can go. I can go to school case study. I can double click on this. So this is the way you can open the file tomorrow. Clear? And this is what. Clear? You create this SQL file and send it to me for review. I'm not going to be giving you this. You create one file like this and you write the syntax like this and try to execute and check whether everything is properly created or not. If you get any kind of an issues, please let me know in the WhatsApp, and or in tomorrow's class also we can discuss before the class or after the class. Next case study that we can have is supplier case study that I'm going to be having tomorrow. Clear? So this we had done it. Only create the tables and insert the data and read the data. So then supplier case study I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And if you can do, you can start with this case study as well. So this is what is called supplier case study. Create a database called supplier, supplier master, and we have part master, and we have a supply details. Okay, and these are the tables with foreign keys and everything. If you can create, you can create. And what kind of a data if you wanted to insert, that we'll see later. But if you want to create these three tables, you can create. Otherwise, tomorrow we'll discuss. Once it is done, then we have one more beautiful and bigger case study, that is Indian bank case study, that also we're going to work. Clear? Yeah. So where we can get the case studies, it is available in your SQL OneDrive. So where you're getting your videos. In that drive I have posted yesterday. Make sure you download from the same drive. If not, please mail me at bhaskarjogi@gmail.com. Tomorrow we'll work on Indian bank case study as well. So this is a very complex case study, bigger case study that we're going to work. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sir,
Tell me.
sir, yesterday you have asked one question, sir, how to fill up the gaps in identity column.
Anybody tried that?
Sir, is it by using dbcc check ident command, sir?
Yeah, any command, is it working? Tomorrow before the class, please let me know. Okay, you have multiple commands. DBCC command is there, and lot of other commands is also available. You can just make a note of this, and tomorrow we'll discuss that command. Okay, yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Make sure you download these case studies. If not, mail, okay? bhaskarjog@gmail.com. Mail me asking for these case studies. We'll work on it. Thank you. Bye-bye.